Bhakti-Yoga Swaraj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Ljubljana, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Brahmadakacharya, Asatara Satyushri Srimad, Obozevanje-boga, Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rup Sanatan Bharagana, Shri Jiv Go, Paladas Ragana, Shri Goswami Guru Ki Jai. Prabhupada Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pranithananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasudeva Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna, Gopa Gopinath, Shyamakund Radhakund Giri Gopadan Ki Jai, Mathuradam Ki Jai, Vrindavan Ki Jai, Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Navadvip Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Ayodhya Dham Ki Jai, ISKCON Ljubljana Ki Jai, Gandhamaya Ki Jai, Jyotirmaya Ki Jai, Srimati Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Srimati Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Sri Panchatattva Ki Jai, Sri Gaura Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Harinam Deshi Ki Jai, Gaur Premanande, Slavas of Rani Bhakti, Slavas of Rani Bhakti, Slavas of Rani Bhakti, Slavas Shri Guru Shri Rani. Gauranga Balite Habe Pulaka Sharira Hari Hari Balite Naine Pabe Nira Gauranga Balite Habe Pulaka Sharira Hari Hari Balite Naine Pabe Nira Hara Kabeni Tai Chande Karuna Oibe Samsara Vasana Mora Kabe Tu Chahabe Ara Kabeni Tai Chande Karuna Oibe Samsara Vasana Mora Kabe Tu Chahabe Vishaya Chariya Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana Kabe Hama Heraba Shri Vrindavana Avishaya Chariya Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana Kabe Hama Heraba Shri Vrindavana Rupa Raghunatha Pade Oime Akuti Kabe Hama Bhutavose Yugala Piriti Rupa Raghunatha Pade Oime Akuti Kabe Hama Bhutavose Yugala Piriti Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Mora Asha Pratana Koro Ye Sata Narotamo Dasa Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Mora Asha Pratana Koro Ye Sada Narotamo Dasa Goranga Balite Ame Pulaka Sharira Hari Hari Balite Naine Pame Nira Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhansa Brahmadakasharya Asadhara Sadushi Shiman His Divine Grace Lacey Bhaktivedanta Swami Raj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Haribo Slava Zabrani Bhaktam Slava Shri Guru Shri Grangi Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthai Bhute Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tenamane Namaste Saraswatam Deve Gauravani Vacharane Nirvishesha Srinivadi Paskadya De Siddharne Om Agana Tivanandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chaksura Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stabitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shigara Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Sha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghanatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Prijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakans Vitams Cha Hey Krishna Karna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Cha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishubhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakapa Trivyacha Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patiranam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Pranityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivastari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Srimad-Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 12, The Killing of the Demon Aghasura, Text 40. Shri Sutta Vacha Itam Dvija Yadavadeva Dattaha Shrudva Swat Ratus Charitam vichitram prapracha bhuyopi tad eva punyam. I wonder if this has a purport. Yeah, something. No translation. There's only a translation. So let's just go on. I'll just read the translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, "O learned saints, the childhood pastimes of Sri Krishna are very wonderful. Maharaj Parikshit, after hearing about those pastimes of Krishna, what saved him in the womb of his mother, became steady in his mind and again inquired from Sukadeva Goswami to hear about those pious activities. Maharaj Parikshit inquired, O great sage, how could things done in the past have been described as being done in the present? Lord Shri Krishna performed his pastime of killing Aghasura during his Kaumara age. How then, during his Prahlada age, could the boys have described this incident as having happened recently? Text number 42. Tad brui me mahayogin param kautu halam guru nunam tad darer eva maya bhavati nanyata tad bruhi me mahayogin param kutatu halam guru nunam etad dareye reva maya bhavati nanyata tad bruhi me mahayogin param gutu halam guru nunami tadareva maya bhavati nanyata Urime mahayogin param gutu halam guru nunami tadareva maya bhavati nanyata tad bruhi me mahayogin param gotu halam guru nuname tadareva maya bhavati nanyata. Ladies. Tad bruhi me mahayogin param gotu halam guru nuname tadareva maya bhavati nanyata tat bruhi. Therefore, please explain that. May unto me, Mahayogin, O great yogi, param, very much, kautuhalam, curiosity, Guru, O my Lord, my spiritual master, nunam, otherwise, etat, this incident, hare, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, eva, indeed, maya, the illusion, bhavati, becomes, na, anyata, nothing more. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. O greatest yogi, my spiritual master, kindly describe why this happened. I am very much curious to know about it. I think that was nothing but another illusion due to Krishna. Purport. Krishna has many potencies. Parasya Shaktir Vividaiva Shriyate Shvetasvatara Upanishad 6:8. The description of Aghasura was disclosed after 1 year. Some act of Krishna's potency must have been involved. Therefore Maharaj Pariksha was very curious to know about this, and he requested Shukadeva Goswami to explain it. Text 43. O my Lord, my spiritual master, although we are the lowest of Kshatriyas, we are glorified and benefited because we have the opportunity of always hearing from you the nectar of the pious activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. The pious activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are very confidential. It is not ordinarily possible to hear such activities unless one is very, very fortunate. Parikshit Maharaj placed himself as a Kshatriya, Kshatra Bandhava, which means the lowest of the Kshatriyas. The qualities of the Kshatriyas are described in Bhagavad Gita, and although the general quality of the Kshatriya is Ishvara Bhava, the tendency to rule, a Kshatriya is not supposed to rule over a Brahmana. Thus Maharaj Parikshit regretted that he had wanted to rule over the Brahmanas and had therefore been cursed. He considered himself the lowest of the Kshatriyas. Dhanam Ishvara Bhavas Cha Kshatram Karma Svabhavajam. There was no doubt that Maharaj Parikshit had the good qualities of Kshatriya, but as a devotee he presented himself with submission and humility. As the lowest of the Kshatriyas, remembering his act of wrapping a dead serpent around the neck of a Brahmin. A student and disciple has the right to ask the Guru about any confidential service, and it is the duty of the Guru to explain these confidential matters to his disciple. Translation. Shukadeva Goswami said, O Sanaka, greatest of the saints and devotees, when Maharaj Parikshit inquired from Shukadeva Goswami in this way, Shukadeva Goswami, immediately remembering the subject matter about Krishna within the core of his heart, externally lost contact with the actions of his senses. Thereafter, with great difficulty, he revived his external sensory perception, began to speak to Maharaj Parikshit about Krishna Katha. Let's end the Bhakti-Vedanta purpose of the 10th canto, 12th chapter of the srimad-bhagavatam, entitled The Killing of the Demon Aghasura. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Buddhaya Srimade Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswatunde Ve Gauravani Vacharane Nirvishesha Srinivadi Paskyadyade Siddharane. So here we find that all of us are very fortunate that we're hearing about Krishna. Any questions? Now, how fortunate we are depends upon how much we pay attention. How much we pay attention has a lot to do with our relationships, how much we're in a mood of service to our relationships, in our relationships. And our mood of service in our relationships depends upon our surrender to the acharyas. Understanding what their example is, understanding what their instructions are, and being willing to serve them. Because no one can have a better knowledge of how to serve all the different levels of devotees than the acharyas. That's their expertise. And only by serving the acharyas can gradually we gain the same kind of expertise. Then we can understand how fortunate one is, like Shukadeva Goswami displays that fortune here. When he was asked by Maharaj Parikshit a question about Krishna, then he went into his heart, into the pastime itself. Not that he was simply remembering, like sometimes we ask a question on a quiz, and then we remember the answer and we think ourselves very advanced because we remember the answer. I remember there we used to have what was called a Krishna Bowl. It was a contest. I mean, at that time, it was in 1970, I think, see, we're 74 probably, 72, 73, 74, they started this Krishna Bowl. And different temples would compete with each other, and they'd ask questions about the Krishna book. And they'd have a little buzzer, and you'd hit the buzzer, and whoever hit the buzzer first got the opportunity to tell the answer. If you got the answer right, you got a point. So I was the temple president of Austin, Texas at that time, and the leading temple in the world was in the Krishna Bowl. For the final, the world final, Krishna Bowl was between Dallas, Texas, and Los Angeles. And I was permitted to join the Dallas, Texas team. At that time we didn't use airplanes, so to travel between for Dallas, Texas to Los Angeles was a 3-day ride in a van. So during that 3-day ride, there was a devotee who spent the whole 3 days reading the Krishna book, getting ready for the contest. So I already had a reputation at that time of memorizing the Krishna book, so we were quite a formative pair. And indeed, when the time came between that particular devotee and myself, and we were up against Mula Prakriti and some others, and who were also quite good, but we won the contest. We became the world champions in the Krishna book poll. I can still remember the answers I got right. I can ask you one of them. What was in the basket when the Aborigine lady offered the fruit to Krishna, and when Krishna gave her a few grains? What's that? After she gave Krishna the fruits, what did she see? What appeared in her basket? Juice? Yes, jewels. Gold and jewels and things. That was one of them. The other was, what's the name of the 4 horses that Krishna and Arjuna took to the spiritual world that was leading Krishna's chariot? What were their names? Megapushpa. I can't remember all of them now. One of them was gray, one of them was silver. Megapushpa was one of them. I can't remember the other ones. What's that? One was green, different colors, but their names. Anyhow, so we had that. Then we thought, well, we're the champions of the world. And they wrote to Prabhupada and asked him if it was all right we were having these contests, and Prabhupada said no. He said, that's not what the Krishna book is for. This kind of game playing. No, actually, it's superficial remembering. I mean, it's nice. It's better than thinking about other things, but it's not really what we're trying to cultivate. To come to the platform of Shukadeva Goswami, when you hear about a pastime, you actually enter into the pastime. That's much more important than just remembering some details about it. In order to do that, one has to be in the same mood as the pastime. If you want to enter into fire, you have to become like fire. If you want to enter into water, you have to become like water. So we want to enter into Krishna's pastimes, we have to become like the residents, the devotees of Krishna, who are participating in the pastime. Otherwise, what are we going to do there? We'll be just another demon that Krishna will have to kill. Someone enter into the pastime. Who is it? It's Bhakta so-and-so. It looks like he's a demon. Let's get rid of him. No, we want to actually really enter into the pastime in some other form than that of a demon. Then we have to become like the residents of Vrindavan. And the residents of Vrindavan, they're absorbed in service to Krishna and his devotees. That's all they're absorbed in. They may not know anything else, but they're completely absorbed in service to Krishna and his devotees. And therefore they're eligible, krita punya punya, to participate in Krishna's pastimes. Therefore, our whole business is to develop a proper service attitude and proper way of serving Krishna. Not only the attitude of service, but also the expertise of service. It's not that we're really anxious to serve Krishna. We go back to the spiritual world as a manjari, and they give us a plate of prasadam to serve Krishna and Srimati Radharani. And because we're not very expert at service, we're enthusiastic, we run up with the tray of prasadam and trip and spill it all over Radha and Krishna. That will not be appreciated. Don't do great. Where'd you get it? You're the first one that ever spilled something at Radha and Krishna. Are you a demon or something? So we have to be very conscious of the fact that not only we want to develop a service attitude, but also expertise in that service attitude. And part of that requires humility, because if we think we're something special, that we know everything, then we can't learn anything. And since every devotee has a certain quality in the spiritual consciousness, as soon as we become a little proud, then immediately we lose that quality that that devotee has. Someone has to be 100% humble, based upon a pure service attitude and expertise in service. Be willing to learn from the hires how to serve Krishna better and better and better. That comes along with humility and service. If one is serving the higher authorities, then one also acquires the good qualities and the expertise that they have. So here, Shukadeva Goswami, he was asked a question. What was the question? Does anyone know? Anyone know what book we're reading? I can't hear you. What age was Krishna in when the pastime took place? Kamara. Kamara, Yovana, Jara. So he was just in the Kamara age. And then what age was it revealed? Poganda. What age is Kamara up to? What's that? 5th year. And then after that it's Poganda. So what was Shukadeva Goswami's reaction when he heard the question? Did he fall asleep? Did he make up an answer? He said, "Are you sure he was only Kumara?" What was his response?
He went in the fasting.
What's that?
He went in the fasting.
Well, he meditated on the pastime. We can understand he was probably experiencing the pastime directly. Therefore, he lost contact with his external senses, and it took him. He had to struggle to come back to this world again. Bayas parshe vasaktatma vidyat sukham Siyoga Brahma Yoga Yuktatma Sukhamakshayam Ashnute. And, well, before we use that one. Naprarishat Priyam Prapya Nodvijet Prapicha Priyam Stira Budira Samudo Brahmavid Brahmani Stitaha. And before that one, Ihaiva Terajita Sarge Yesham Samye Samam Manak Nidosham Hi Samam Brahma Tasma Brahmani Te Sitaha. And before that, what's the verse? Vidya Vanaya Sampane Brahmani Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Swapakiti Cha Pandita Samadarshana. And before that, what's the verse? Tad Buddhiyas, Tad Atmanas, Tad Nishtas, Tad Parayanaha, Gachatnya Puna Avritim, Gyananya Duta Kalmashaha. That's one way of memorizing slokas, by the way. First you remember it in the front, word by word in the front. Tad Buddhiyas, Tad Atmanas, Tad Nishtas, Tad Parayanaha, Gachatnya Puna Avritim, Gyananya Duta Kalmashaha. And then you remember it every other word. Tad, Atmanas, Nishta, Tad. So then you remember every other word. Then you remember every other third word. Tad, Nishta. And then you memorize every fourth word. And then you memorize it backwards. And then you memorize every other word backwards. By the time you get through memorizing that verse, you can't forget it. Tad Buddhiyas, Tad Atmanas, Tad Nishta, Tad Parayana, Gachatnyapana Avritim, Gyananiyadutta, what's the last word? Kalmashaha. What does Kalmashaha mean? You also have to know what it means. Kalmash means sin. Tad Buddhi, what does Tad mean? That. Tad Buddhayas. Yes, when that intelligence, Tad Buddhayas, Tad Atmanas, when the what's that? Could be Tad Buddhayas, Tad Atmanas, Tad Nishtas, Tad Parayanaha. When one's intelligence, one's mind, yeah. Tad Buddhayas, Tad Atmanas, Tad Nishta, faith. Tad Parayanaha, refuge. Tad Buddhayas, Tad Atmanas, Tad Nishtas, Tad Parayana. Gachan Yapana Avritim are all fixed on the Supreme. Gachanti, what does Gachanti mean? It's the same in Hindi. What does Gachati mean in Hindi?
Just trying to figure out if this word is there in Hindi.
Yeah, I know it's in Hindi. To go. Gachati. To go. When one's faith, mind, refuge are all fixed in the Supreme, then one becomes cleansed of all misgivings through complete knowledge and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation. Kamashaha, which means free from all sinful desires. When one is completely absorbed in serving Krishna, then naturally all the other desires are eliminated. And what does one see? What's the final result of that? What is the product? What is the vision of one who's actually free from all sinful reactions? I'm great, I'm God. No. What is the vision of a person who's actually free from all material consciousness, completely absorbed in Krishna's service? What does he see? He has 20/20 vision. He sees everything perfectly. He passes every eye test. No. What's that?
He sees the soul within everyone.
Yeah, you see, and along with the soul, what does he see?
Equal vision, whether it's animal or human or anyone, he sees the super soul within everyone's heart.
The super soul, and the soul also. Soul and the super soul. Ihaivatera dita sarge yesham samyas tatamanak nidosham hi samam brahma tasma brahmadi testi taha. Those who are established in some sameness and equanimity have already conquered the conditions of birth or death. They are flawless like Brahman, and thus they're already situated in Brahman. So that's the price, that's the result of full devotional service. One sees everyone equally, sees everyone as the super soul accompanying all souls, and knows that neither the soul nor the super soul within the destructible body is ever destroyed. When we can see the soul accompanying the super soul, knows that the super soul is equal everywhere, does not degrade himself by his mind, and thus he approaches the supreme destination. And how to get there? The prarishat priyam prapya nodvijat prapicha priyam stira buddhira samudo brahmavid brahmani stitaha. Those who are not elated when they attain something pleasant, nor depressed when they obtain something unpleasant, the prarishat priyam prapya nodvijat prapicha, who become disturbed when they attain something unpleasant, who are self-intelligent, unbewildered, and who know the science of God, are said to be situated in transcendence. And what is their experience in transcendence? Bayas parshe visaktatma vidatyat vidya sukham sabrahma yoga yuktatma sukham akshniyam ashnute. Such a yogi, such a person or yogi, is not attracted to material sense objects or external things, but is always entranced, enjoying the pleasure from within. In this way, the self-realized soul enjoys unlimited happiness because he concentrates on the Supreme. So that's Shukadeva Goswami here. He's concentrating on the Supreme and enjoying unlimited happiness. And what is an ordinary person? Yehi samsparshna bhoga dukkha yone evate adyantavanta kontiya nate shuramate buddha. Yehi samsparshna bhoga. He's not such a person, not attracted to material sense objects or sense gratification, because he knows that such sense engagement has a beginning and an end, and so the wise man doesn't delight in them. So how does he come to that platform? Shaknoti haiva yakshodum prakshariri mokshanat kama krodo bhavan vegan sayukta sasukinara. Before giving up this material body, that's probably I skipped one. Shaknoti, one who's able to tolerate the urge of the senses and check the force of desire, he is a yogi and he is happy in this world. So, learn Bhagavad Gita. Everything's there. Tolerance, the senses, and fixing the mind upon Krishna. Tani sarvani samyamya yukta sitamatpara shehi yasyandriyani tasya pragya pratishtita. One who is able to control his senses and fix his mind upon me is known as a man of steady intelligence. That's the whole secret to Bhagavad Gita. So, since it's a secret, be careful not to tell it to anyone. Except if you want to make friends with someone. Any questions? Thank you. Thank you for tolerating the class. We hope that you fixed your mind upon Krishna during the class. Kuala Grantara srimad-bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.
No,